Hello everyone. Okay, our class today is going to be a really nice stretchy class. You might be able to hear some music in the background. The neighbours have just put on some lovely salsa, I think it is, this morning. So we're going to come all the way down into our mats. Maybe you've got your blocks near to you. Remember, it's just a big stretch, so whatever you need around you to make yourself feel really comfortable. Once you get into that comfortable seat, hands onto your thighs, palms facing up, closing down the eyes. Reaching the crown of the head high, sinking the tailbone down. Big breaths in through the nose. Out through the nose. Just settling in here onto our mats, into our practice. Leaving behind anything else that we've been doing today, anything else we've been thinking of doing later, and honoring this time for us right here, right now. With every exhale, feel that tension completely releasing away from your body. And just feel yourself growing heavier and heavier here into your practice, onto your mat. Keep reaching the crown of the head high, away from the tailbone, stretching through every single vertebrae. Maybe you're increasing those breaths as the airways starts to clear. Okay, keeping the eyes closed, we're going to take the right hand down to the right side, extending this left hand up and over. However you're seated, just keep thinking about that left bum cheek dropping down to the ground, reaching the fingers further away from you. Thinking about length rather than curve here. Take that hand, the left hand down, so that we're rounding through the spine, tucking that chin towards the right shoulder. Back up all the way, stretching all the way so the chest is nice and open again. And then folding all the way down, reaching that left hand down. Reaching all the way back up. One more time, coming down. And all the way up, really nice, up through center, reach the hands up, gazing up. Over to the left side, reaching that right hand out, over to the left, sinking the right hip down. Again, think about the fingers reaching further forward rather than squashing through that left side. And then taking that right hand down and back up, opening up through that chest. And down. And up. One more time, all the way down. And up, really nice, reaching the hands high. Exhale, both hands towards your knees, opening up the eyes. Big inhale coming into your cat, drawing the shoulder blades together, gazing up. No. Big inhale coming into your cow, drawing the shoulder blades together, gazing up. Exhale, rounding through the spine, tucking the chin to the chest. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale all the way down. Final time, coming all the way up. And all the way down. Inhale, coming forward, coming into your all fours. Just taking some nice wrist rotations here, nice slow, small circles in one direction. Just really feeling the whole of that movement through the wrists. Really nice. And the other way. Maybe you're taking those hips further back as well, into some hip circles. And then turn the wrists so that the insides of the wrists are facing one another, fingers are facing outwards. And then coming into those circles again. This might feel a little bit strange, it might feel a little bit more stretching than the other, so just be nice and gentle. Other way. Turn the hands now to face us, thumbs facing outwards, and we're going to sink back, stretching through the fronts of the wrists, coming all the way forward. And back. And forward. And back. Staying here this time, really drawing the heels of the hands down to the ground. Inhale, coming all the way back up, and just turn the wrists so the front of the hands is on the ground, just stretching in the opposite way. Really nice. And then we're going to sink all the way down to the ground. Forehead down. Inhale as soon as we get there, baby cobra. Drawing the shoulder blades together, gazing just in front of the mat, engaging those glutes. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, coming back up. And down. And up. This time staying up, taking the hands off. Reaching the hands forward. Drawing the hands back in these goalpost arms, cactus arms. Reaching forward. And pulling all the way back. Keep that chest nice and lifted. One more time, reach. And pull back. Really nice, coming all the way down, just resting onto one cheek, relaxing here. Hands underneath the shoulders, forehead back down, pushing all the way up through our all fours, tucking the toes, pushing back into a downward facing dog. Now it's our first downward facing dog, so nice and gentle, knees bent, heels off. Grounding through the thumb, the index finger, internally rotating the forearms, externally rotating the biceps, separating the shoulder blades, sending the hips high. Coming forward just slightly, really coming onto the tiptoes of the left leg and crossing this right leg over the left, all the way back into this figure four stretch. Sending the knee away from the face, that right knee away from your face. Keep sinking back, keep pushing the hands into the ground. Coming all the way forward, low lunge. Easy twist, right hand high. Crawling the hands round to the left side of the mat, coming to the back of the mat, facing the back of the mat, low lunge. Placing the hands straight down, stepping this left leg straight back into your vinyasa, knees up or knees down. All the way down to the ground. Into your baby cobra. Forehead down. Through your all fours, straight back into your downward facing dog. And again, tippy toes of the right foot, crossing the left foot over that right thigh, pushing back, drawing that left knee away from your face. Keep pushing back, keep stretching through the outside of the glutes, outside of the hip. Inhale all the way forward, low lunge. As soon as you get there, easy twist. Feel free to place that knee down. Left hand down, crawling all the way around to the front of the mat. As soon as you get there, coming into your malasana squat, bringing this left leg forward. Feel free to sit on a block. Hands at heart center, sinking the tailbone, your tail, sinking the tailbone away from the crown of the head. Really opening up through this chest, drawing the shoulder blades together. And then leaning forward, so you're sticking your bum out slightly. You're going to feel a lot of stretching through the inner thighs. Walk the hands forward. Feel this stretch through the ankles. Keep the arches lifted. All the way back through center, hands at heart center. Slowly make your way up to standing. Walk the feet in. Big inhale, hands up, gaze up. Exhale all the way down, forward fold. Halfway. And fold, placing the hands down, stepping straight back, high lunge, knees up or knees down. Exhale all the way or halfway. Cobra or upward facing dog. All the way back into that downward facing dog. Keep pushing the mat away here. This time we're going to come forward and then cross this right leg over the left into your eagle legs. Maybe that foot is wrapped around the calf, or maybe it's just crossing over like you've crossed your legs. Keeping that cross, you're coming forward and you're spinning onto the outside of that left leg, reaching this right hand high into this really weird side plank. Placing that right hand down, coming all the way back, uncrossing the legs, downward facing dog. Coming forward slightly, just enough to be able to wrap that left leg around into the eagle legs. Coming forward, coming onto the outside of the right leg, right foot, sending that left hand high. All the way back, downward facing dog. Just take both heels over to the right, bending through those legs. Really exaggerating that bend, pushing the hands away. Back through center, heels over to the left, bending again. All the way back through center. Tippy toes coming into your spinal wave, so you're on your tiptoes, you're sending that chest high like we're in a cat, and then coming all the way forward into a high plank. Bending the knees, pushing all the way back up to your downward facing dog. Spinal wave again, tippy toes, send that wave all the way forward and all the way back. One more time, all the way forward. Holding here in this high plank, come down to your knees if you want. Really nice. And then making your way all the way down to the ground. Forehead down. Hands behind us, thumbs facing up. Big inhale into your locust pose, drawing the hands backwards, lifting up that chest. Keep drawing the hands back, drawing the shoulder blades together. Exhale all the way down. Inhale again, coming all the way up, drawing the hands back. Maybe you've got that pelvis tucked by pulling the hip bones up to your face. Exhale all the way down. One more time, all the way up, drawing the hands backwards. Exhale, coming down, hands underneath your shoulders, pushing all the way up through your all fours, tucking the toes. Keep walking the hands back. We're rolling all the way onto the heels into our ragdoll. Feet separated, bending those knees so much that your belly is hanging between your thighs. Holding onto the opposite elbows and just swaying from side to side. Really nice breaths. In through the nose, out through the nose, shaking, nodding your head. And then coming back to stillness. Inhale, walking the hands all the way forward, just enough to come into your all fours. Get the knees together, feet together, and come all the way up into our toe stretch, into our plantar stretch, separating the toes so that none of them are tucked underneath. Hands onto the thighs, just gazing forward and breathing here. Maybe closing down the eyes, focusing on the third eye center rather than anything that's happening in the lower body. Big breaths in and out. Calming ourselves down so that we can really relax here, we can really feel the benefits. Slowly making your way forward, just wiggling those toes. And then we're going to come all the way back again. This time we're going to come into more of an active movement. So as soon as you come back onto those toes, you're going to come back onto your heels. Maybe you can't make it all the way down to your heels. And then you're going to come forward, and then you're going to put these knees down, coming all the way up, pushing the glutes forward. All the way down and up, heels down. So we're really working our hip flexors, our ankle mobility, glutes. Maybe you move your hands around to help that momentum bring you forward and backwards. If you can only do a tiny bit of this, it's better than nothing, because you're going to be working on that ankle mobility, that toe strength, toe mobility, the whole time that you are giving this a go. Keep going. I'm going to do a couple more. I can feel my ankles getting quite tired actually. Okay, next time you come forward, just make your way into your all fours. Big inhale, left hand high. Make your way into your all fours. Left hand high, thread that needle. Left hand through the gap between the right arm, right thigh, left ear to the ground. Keep those hips square. Maybe you need to reach that hand around. Just check that those hips are square. Maybe you walk that right hand forward. Maybe you walk that right leg back. Right knee down, walk that right hand back, all the way up, other side, right hand high, thread that needle, sinking that right ear down. Maybe you walk that left hand out long, maybe you extend that left leg behind you. Keep thinking about those square hips wherever you are. Coming all the way back, nice and slowly, all the way up. Walking the hands in front of you, coming into your puppy pose, sinking that chest down, drawing the shoulder blades together, knees and hips in line. Maybe your forehead is resting on a block. Send that breath down to your belly. Slowly wiggle your way all the way forward into your Sphinx pose. Hands underneath. Elbows underneath your shoulders, hands flat down to the ground, drawing the shoulder blades backwards, pushing the ground away with those forearms. Maybe you've got that pelvis tucked if your lower back is pinching a little bit. And you're breathing here. Drawing the chest through, shoulder blades drawing together. Keep that energy sending through the arms, through the forearms. Through the arms, through the forearms. Exhale, come all the way down to the ground. Extending this left arm, coming onto the fingertips of the right hand, placing the left ear down to the ground, lifting up the right arm, lifting up the right leg, spinning that right leg all the way round to the left. Reaching this right hand all the way over, reaching towards the left. Feeling whole of that back body stretching out. Exhale really nice and slowly. Make your way down to your belly again. Extending the right arm, finger to the left leg up and over, coming onto that right ear. And then reaching that left arm all the way back and round. Reaching towards that right hand. Keep breathing, keep extending that arm, sending that energy, sending that stretch through the chest, through the back body. Exhale slowly back to your belly again. Hands underneath the shoulders, pushing up, and we're coming all the way back into our child's pose. Whatever that looks like for you again, head can be resting onto a block. And just breathe here, feeling that lower back stretching out. Shut the fuck up. Feeling that lower back stretching out. When you're ready, gently making your way all the way up into an easy seat, or come down to lying, whatever feels good for you. We're just going to come into a few moments of stillness, into our Shavasana. If you're on the ground, feet away from one another, dropping the toes out to the side, heavy all the way up through the hips, through the back, shoulders dropping down, arms glued to the floor, palms facing up or palms resting onto your thighs. An area behind your eyes, your jaw softening up. And just allowing those breaths to be really slow and steady, all the way down to the belly, filling up the chest, the collarbone. Big exhales, maybe you take some big sighs. Stay here if you have time. If not, just slowly bring some movement back into your body. Big stretch. If you're on the ground, gently roll all the way up into a seat. Keeping the eyes closed. Hands into heart center. Bow the chin to the chest, thumbs to the third eye. Amazing job for showing up, practicing today. It shows that you are prioritizing number one, and that is so important. You need to fill up your cup first before anybody else's. Coming to the end of our class. Whenever you're ready, hands away from the eyes and blink the eyes open.